I'm sitting with you in this moment, in the middle of your day, and I want to begin by saying something I suspect you already know, but haven't had the space to acknowledge. Something happened that took your peace. Maybe it was earlier this morning, or perhaps it's been sitting with you all week. But today, right now, in this very hour, you can feel its weight. I can sense it with you. That heaviness, that particular kind of tiredness that doesn't come from your body, but from your heart. The kind of exhaustion that settles when someone's words find their way inside you and stay there, rearranging the quiet spaces where peace used to live. A comment spoken in haste, a moment of dismissal, a look of disappointment, an unexpected pressure that arrived without warning and without mercy. Whatever it was, whoever it came from, it found you, and it changed something. And here's what I want to name before we go any further. You're not overreacting. Your heart is not wrong for feeling this. The peace that was stolen from you was real, which means the theft is real. And what you're feeling right now, this tender ache, this confusion, this sense that something inside you has been unsettled, this is honest, this is true, and God sees it. He sees you sitting here in the middle of your day with something missing that was there before, because that's what happens when peace is taken from us. We notice the empty space immediately. We become suddenly aware of what was there all along because we feel its absence so acutely. It's like stepping out of sunlight and into shadow. You don't realize how warm the light was until the shadow falls across you. And now you're standing in that shadow, aren't you? Wondering how to find your way back to the warmth. The inner noise has probably gotten louder since then. You know that feeling. When one moment of pain opens a door and suddenly all the other questions and doubts and uncertainties come flooding through. Your mind has been rehearsing it, hasn't it? Playing the moment over and over, wondering what you could have said, what you should have done differently, whether you could have prevented it. Or maybe you're angry, maybe you're hurt, maybe you're swinging between both, unable to settle anywhere solid. Your shoulders are probably tense. Your breath is probably shorter than it usually is. There's a tightness somewhere in your chest, isn't there? That physical manifestation of emotional pain. The way our bodies hold on to the hurt when we carry it. And beneath all of that is this deeper thing, this sense that you're not balanced anymore, like something inside you that was level has been tilted, and you're spending all your energy just trying to stay upright. I want you to know that I understand this because it's the most human experience there is. We are creatures who carry the impact of other people's words and actions. We are permeable. We take things in. And when someone takes our peace, whether they meant to or not, whether they even realized they were doing it, we feel the theft in every part of ourselves. There's no shame in that. There's only truth. And sometimes we need to sit with that truth for a while before anything else can happen. But here's what I also know, and I'm speaking this gently, with all the tenderness of someone who has been exactly where you are. This midday moment is not random. The fact that you've paused here in the middle of your day and allowed yourself to feel this, to acknowledge this, to sit with this weight, this is sacred. This is the moment where God has opened a door. This is the space where restoration begins. Because God doesn't wait for you to have it all figured out before He shows up. He doesn't require you to be strong first, or healed first, or certain first. He shows up in the middle. He meets you in the shadow. He enters into the place where your peace was stolen, and He begins, so gently, so quietly, to give it back. And I want to invite you to feel that beginning right now. Not because you need to force anything or pretend anything, not because you need to jump over your pain to get to peace, but because restoration doesn't start with forgetting what was taken. It starts with breathing. It starts with pausing. It starts with this. So let your breath slow down. I know your nervous system has been running in a heightened state, reacting to what happened, protecting you from feeling more pain. But you're safe right now. In this moment, in this midday hour, you're held, and your breath can begin to settle. Let it happen naturally. Don't force it. Just notice that it can be a little longer on the exhale, that a little more space can come between one breath and the next, that your body can, even just slightly, begin to recognize that the immediate threat has passed. As your breath settles, feel what happens to the tightness in your shoulders. Tension and breath are connected. They rise and fall together. And as your breath begins to find its way back home, your shoulders can begin to soften. They've been held up so high, protecting you, holding you together. Let them rest a little bit. Let them remember that they don't have to carry all of this alone. And your heart, that tender, courageous heart of yours that keeps beating even when it's been hurt. Notice what happens as you stay here a little longer. The initial sharp sting doesn't disappear right away. That's okay. Real peace doesn't pretend pain wasn't real. But something underneath the sharpness can begin to shift. A steadying, a quieting. Like the sun moving behind clouds, but the warmth still being there, still reaching you, still holding you even when the direct light is obscured. I want you to imagine, for just a moment, that you're standing outside in the middle of the day, not the harsh midday sun that beats down without mercy, but that other kind of midday, the kind where light is full and complete, where the world is illuminated, where shadows are present but not dominating. You're standing in that light. And as you stand there, you're beginning to feel something that had gone missing. It's subtle, it's not loud, but it's undeniable. That thing you lost, your peace, it's beginning to return. Not because the hurt wasn't real or doesn't matter, but because God is restoring what belongs to you. He's gathering up the fragments of your serenity, and He's placing them back into your heart, piece by piece. Your peace doesn't have to wait until everything is resolved, or until the person who hurt you understands what they did, or until you have all the answers. Your peace is being restored right now, in this moment, because God sees you, and He loves you, and He refuses to let you remain shattered. Feel how the heaviness is beginning to lift, not all at once, but gradually, like morning fog burning away in the warmth of the day. That weight that was sitting on your chest, that pressure that made it hard to breathe, it's becoming lighter. It's not gone completely, because you're honest and real, and you know that real emotions don't disappear in minutes, but it's transforming. It's changing from something that's crushing you into something that you can carry, something that doesn't define the entire scope of your inner landscape. And in the space where that heaviness is loosening, notice what's coming in. It's not something new. It's something that was always there, underneath all the pain and confusion and noise. It's the quiet, the real quiet, not the absence of sound, but the presence of peace. The kind of peace that doesn't require everything to be perfect or fixed or understood. The kind of peace that simply says, I am here, God is here, and that is enough for right now. Your mind might still have questions. Your heart might still carry the ache of what happened. That's not a sign that restoration hasn't begun. That's simply a sign that you're human, and you're real, and you're allowing yourself to feel what you actually feel, instead of jumping to false resolution. And that's brave, that's wise, that's exactly what God invites us to do. But alongside those questions, underneath that ache, something steady is returning. A foundation that won't shake. A knowing that whispers underneath all the noise. You are okay. You will be okay. God has not abandoned you in the shadow. He is here, restoring you, making you whole again. There's a restoration happening in your spirit right now that isn't dependent on anyone else changing or anyone else understanding or anything else being different than it is. It's happening because God sees you, because your peace matters to Him, because He is faithful in every season, including the seasons when someone else's actions or words or attitudes tries to steal what belongs to you. God is more committed to your restoration than anyone else is committed to your pain. I want you to sit with that for a moment, not as something you have to believe because it's supposed to be true, but as something you can begin to feel, to sense, to notice happening within you right now. That steady returning of peace, that gentle settling of your heart, that quiet affirmation that you will not stay broken by this moment, that God is not finished with you, that restoration has already begun. Your peace is being returned to you piece by piece, moment by moment, breath by breath. The person who took it, whether they meant to or not, cannot keep it. No one can keep what belongs to you when God is committed to giving it back. And He is committed. He has always been committed to the restoration of His children. He waits for these moments when we pause, when we acknowledge what's been taken, when we become willing to receive what He's offering. And then He begins the holy work of making us whole again. This midday moment is that moment. This pause in your day, this gentle stop in the middle of everything that's happening. This is the space where God meets you and says, I see what happened. I see how it hurt you, and I am restoring what was taken. Right now. Right here. With you. Feel the peace settling into your chest like a bird coming home to its nest after a long journey. Feel the steadiness returning to your spirit. Feel the clarity beginning to emerge from underneath the confusion. Not perfect clarity, not complete understanding, but enough. Enough to know that you're going to be okay. Enough to know that you are held. Enough to know that God has not forgotten you or abandoned you or decided that you're too broken to restore. You're going to leave this moment and go back into your day. The rest of your day is still waiting. The afternoon is still ahead of you. And you might encounter other challenges. You might still feel the echo of what happened earlier. But something in you has shifted. Something has been restored. Your peace has been given back to you. Not as a promise that nothing will ever hurt again, but as a present reality that God is here, that you are loved, that you are being remade. Your heart is steadier. Your breath is deeper. Your spirit is quieter. And underneath all of it, there is a knowing that cannot be shaken. Someone may have taken your peace, but God is restoring it right now. In this very moment, in the midday light, in the stillness of your own beautiful, brave, beloved heart.